Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News is sponsored by Kohler Services and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tausch out for a couple of days. We've got ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde on the line with us this morning. Hey, before we get to some Packers stuff, can I ask you another NFC North division question?
No, you can't. Sorry.
All right, then
moving on.
Let's look at the Minnesota Vikings. They're 3-4 right now, and they've got the Lions this week, so they'll be 3-5 by the time the week is done. And they made a decision to go with their young guy. What's his name? McCarthy?
J.J. McCarthy.
Right. At the front end of the season, he was kind of lousy. They bring in Carson Wentz. Wentz is now out for the season, so I guess you got to go back to McCarthy. I don't know, Wilde, didn't we lay out the blueprint for everyone in the National Football League on how you bring in a young quarterback? You keep the veteran around for a few years, and they elected not to do that, and it could cause their demise, much to my pleasure.
Yeah, nobody does it. Except
I don't get it.
Now, in fairness, and everybody loves to do this, right? Like, the Packers blueprint, you draft a quarterback in the first round, and then you let him sit for 3 years, and then he's really good when you're done. Yeah. You know what the key to making that work is? Having a Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback already.
Okay. Well,
and most of these teams don't. Like, we should have this guy sit behind Sam Darnold. Now, I would argue that in that instance, they should have done that. They could have franchise tagged Darnold. They could have paid him. He was really good for most of last year, right? And now he's pretty good in Seattle.
He's being pretty good right now, yeah.
Yeah, so I totally agree with you, Vinny. Now, again, I do think it makes it a lot easier. Everybody gives credit to the Packers for doing that. But, when you draft a quarterback and you got a Hall of Famer already playing the position – and by the way, the storyline of Rodgers versus the Packers from Sunday, I do think it's worth pointing out, and he mentioned it. I won back-to-back MVPs after they drafted Jordan Love. Yeah, maybe that put a little bit of a burr in your saddle,
right?
And factored into your success. So, again, if I was the Vikings, I would have gotten Aaron Rodgers and let J.J. McCarthy sit for another year because. Quickly, let me just add, J.J. McCarthy was on injured reserve last year. So, he didn't even get to practice, really. So, that his first year was a complete washout. If he was healthy and was just sitting, at least he'd have practiced every day, but that wasn't the case.
So, Wilde, I don't know if you know this about Vince, but Vince is always, for whatever reason, most fascinated by or most concerned with the kicker of the Packers. Every game, every year, it's always, I'm not sure about the kicker now.
Well, do you feel like post Mason Crosby that has been unjustified? It took us a year and a half to find somebody that can make a chip shot. Then we got him. Then he got hurt.
So what's going to happen now with McManus?
Yeah, I think they're going to go with, as long as his leg is considered to be healthy. It's a little bit like J.J. McCarthy. Was he really all that hurt, or were the Vikings just wanting to not have him play because he wasn't very good before he hurt his ankle? Look, he missed 2 kicks. I asked LaFleur about it yesterday. He said, Jason, kickers miss kicks. That's true. They do. But you have a guy who's also a kicker on your roster who hasn't missed any kicks since you got him. And maybe you had the luxury of waiting a little bit longer to bring Brandon McManus back. I think it's always, Tausch will always tell you guys this. Don't listen to what they say. Look at what they do, right? And they had to clear a roster spot to make room for Christian Watson on Saturday to get him on the roster for Sunday's game. They did not cut Lucas Havrasik, their second kicker. Nobody carries 2 kickers on their 53. They did not cut him. They cut poor Ben Sims, who I once bumped into at a Chipotle, and Tausch will never let me forget it. So the fact that they kept him means that he's like, I bet he thought it was really creepy that you were following him around at Chipotle. I was at Chipotle first.
Right, I was there first.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben.
What are you doing here? Right.
How's it going?
We know what I'm doing here. What are you doing here?
Hey, Ben, that was a great block that you had on that extra point the other day. That was awesome. But they kept Havrasik, and I think that tells you that either they have some reservations about McManus's health, or they see him as a tradable asset going into the trade deadline, which is a week from today.
Did you stay up for the whole World Series game? 2 in the morning.
Theoretically, I did. I fell asleep. It was still 5 to 5. I woke up. It was, I think, 2:15. So I don't know when the game actually ended, but I missed the ending. So yeah, I got no horse in that race. Like,
Right,
what do I
I'm with
care
you.
who wins the World Series?
Who wins? I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, you
what
don't.
do I care?
Right,
I
right.
don't care. Like, why am I watching this? I needed to sleep.
I'm the worst like general sports fan that way. Like once my team is out, and this happens to me in the NFL, I'll watch the NFC and the AFC championship games. But if we're out early in the playoffs, man, I don't bring myself to watch a lot of those games. I'm still too sad.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, I'm not sad. I'm just not interested.
I'm sad. It's all right.
I know you are. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, Vince. It's gonna be all right.
ESPN Wisconsin's Jason
See you,
Wilde
buddy.
with us this morning. Thanks, bud.